Hello, young detectives! Deep in whispering woods, when mysteries arise, there's only one detective the forest trusts. Detective Hoot! Are you ready to solve a thrilling mystery? Join Detective Hoot as he uncovers the Acorn Conspiracy. Detective Hoot sat in his cozy tree office, reading his detective books, when suddenly he heard someone crying for help outside. It was getting colder every day, and winter was coming fast. All the forest animals needed their stored food to stay warm and healthy. But tonight, something terrible had happened that would surprise everyone. Squeaky the squirrel rushed into Detective Hoot's office, his tail shaking with worry. "Detective Hoot, something awful has happened. All the acorns are missing from our winter storage. Every single one. And it's not just our tree. It's happened to families all over the forest." Detective Hoot put down his magnifying glass and listened carefully. This sounded like a very big mystery indeed. Detective Hoot and Deputy Pip flew to the big oak tree where the squirrel families kept their winter food. The storage holes were completely empty, but Detective Hoot noticed something very strange. There were tiny bits of acorn shells on the ground, but they looked different than normal. "Look here, Pip," said Detective Hoot, holding up his magnifying glass. "These shells are too perfect. A hungry animal would leave messy, chewed-up pieces. Someone did this very carefully on purpose." A trail of tiny acorn crumbs led deeper into the forest. Detective Hoot, Deputy Pip, and Squeaky followed the path quietly through the trees. The trail led them past the babbling brook, around the flower meadow, and toward the old part of the forest where the wise elder bark lived. As they got closer, they could hear strange sounds. Tap, 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 like someone was working very hard in the middle of the night. The trail led them to Elder Bark's grand treehouse. The wise old badger came out to greet them, wearing his beautiful green robes. "Oh, my dear Detective Hoot," said Elder Bark sadly, "I heard about the missing acorns. How terrible! I've been up all night thinking about how to help. Perhaps we should check Chief Nutkin's storage area. Sometimes leaders know things others don't." Detective Hoot thanked Elder Bark for his help, but something felt strange. Why was Elder Bark awake so late? And why were his paws dusty? The team visited Chief Nutkin, who was very upset about the missing acorns too. "I've been checking on all our storage places," Chief Nutkin said, showing them his detailed maps. "But every single hiding spot has been emptied. Whoever did this knew exactly where to look." Detective Hoot studied the maps carefully. There were so many secret places marked, places that only the forest leaders would know about. Deputy Pip whispered, "Detective Hoot, how would someone find all these hiding spots?" Detective Hoot's amber eyes grew very serious. This mystery was bigger than they thought. Detective Hoot decided to follow Elder Bark secretly. They crept through the forest and watched as Elder Bark went to a hidden cave behind the waterfall. Inside, they couldn't believe their eyes. Mountains and mountains of acorns filled the cave, enough food to feed the whole forest for many winters. But that wasn't the most shocking part. Elder Bark was carefully packing the acorns into bags and giving them to some mean-looking animals from outside the forest. He was selling their winter food to strangers. Detective Hoot flew out and called loudly, "Stop right there, Elder Bark!" All the forest animals came running when they heard the commotion. Elder Bark tried to deny everything, but Detective Hoot showed everyone the evidence. "Elder Bark has been stealing our winter food and selling it to animals from far away," announced Detective Hoot. He made everyone think there wasn't enough food, but really, he was keeping it all for himself to make money. The forest animals were very upset, but they were also proud of Detective Hoot for solving the mystery. Chief Nupkin and the other leaders decided that Elder Bark had to leave the forest and return all the money he made. All the stolen acorns were given back to their families, and everyone had enough food for winter after all. Detective Hoot smiled as he watched all the happy forest families celebrating together. And so, justice has been served in Whispering Woods. Great detective work, everyone. Remember, always look for clues, help your friends, and never give up. Detective Hoot's next mystery awaits. Will you join us again?